What's up, everybody? This is Clark Beckham, and these are my takeaways from the first episode of Hollywood Week, along with 4 people that really stood out to me. Okay, first thing I noticed is American Idol is starting to tune the people that they like. I noticed The Voice doing this a couple years ago, that when there would be a competition between like a knockout round or something, like one singer and then against another singer, they would tune and produce, like give them great compression and reverb and EQ their voice really nicely and tune their vocal. And then the other person, they just wouldn't. So everyone like watching would be clear like, oh, this person sounds better because this person's produced more. And then the other person wouldn't sound good. And then that person who was tuned every time, 10 times out of 10 would win. And now American Idol's starting to do that. Thoughts on that? You can do that. First of all, it's a TV show, so it's their prerogative to make the best product they can for the viewers. That's fine. Everybody does it in studio recordings, and a lot of people do it in live performances now. Churches do it. A lot of people in concerts do it. So that's an interesting topic of discussion. But here's the problem. Here they're taking the vocals separately, putting it in software and probably Melodyne and tuning it perfectly so it sounds amazing. And you cannot really tell that much unless you're really listening and know what it sounds like. But when it's live, I don't think they're gonna throw that auto-tune on there. And then those people are gonna be exposed. So if you're really good, tuning kind of shines you off, makes you sound a little better and cleaner. But if you're really bad, it'll make you sound a lot better, but you can kind of just hear the differences. And so I'm gonna be talking about the people that I noticed are really tuned, and then I think some people they didn't tune at all, who were good enough to not be tuned, and some people they didn't tune at all because they just let them go. Lewis Knight.
Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
They really love him. They really love him. I like him as a person. I'm not blown away by his voice or his ability as a piano player. They got his vocal dialed in real nice with some tuning and reverb and compression and stuff that they didn't quite give to everybody else, I think. Total speculation. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but that's what it sounded like to me. Robert Taylor.
Other day, Lord, made me feel so tired.
Woo! Yeah, Robert Taylor's a monster. Really good piano player. I think the second best piano player on the show. What a freaking range. That was definitely soul or R&B and not pop, but who's to say? It's semantics. What a voice. Really clean run. You can tell he kind of grew up with gospel influence. That dude hit a C above female high C. Just a ridiculous note. A note that I can't dream of hitting. Can't. I can get within a couple steps. Can't hit where he hit, and he didn't seem like he hit his limit. It seemed like he had more if he wanted to. He's special. He's a monster. Genuine monster. I didn't catch her name. I think her name's Kelly. She was a girl that talked about her alter ego that was like in a lot of flowers and stuff like that. The whole time she's going on and on and on and on and on before the performance. All I'm thinking is like, okay, but are you good? You know, and it kind of reminded me like when I was in Hollywood Week, and even when I just auditioned, like you see all these people who are convinced that they are going to be a star and that they've already won the show. Out of all those people that come around, I didn't see any one of those people make it past the first round of Hollywood Week. all the people that are coming in acting like they won and saying how great of a star they are and just doing a lot of extra stuff. None of them, I mean, almost none of them even made it to Hollywood, but the ones that's not true. There are plenty that made it to Hollywood, but they didn't get very far. They just didn't make it very far. I guess it's some type of self-awareness, but maybe it's when people put so much stock into the quote-unquote star quality that they think is just willed or is a personality trait, and they're not focused enough on, are you actually good? Next. Bilal. This dude's a sleeper. Right when he started to sing. Now, I had shows of my own every Sunday night until now. So I missed a lot of these contestants' auditions. Right when this dude opened up his mouth to sing, I was like, ooh, this guy's a killer.
Stone cold, stone cold.
And it wasn't even the notes he was singing. It wasn't even the sound he was making. It was the confidence and the way his eyes were open and his face was so relaxed and poised while he sang. I was like, this dude, hear me now. Mark my words. This dude is going to ruin the hearts of America with his eyes into the camera. He's going to work the camera better than maybe anyone on the whole show. And that is a trait that is really hard to do and really effective. And this dude's a stud. Like, he's a great looking guy and a great voice. This guy's a sleeper. Like, I don't know if people are thinking about him as like top 5 type of a person. This guy's the real deal. Lauren Spencer Smith. Oh, great example. What I was just talking about, someone who comes in and has like all this offstage attitude and just talking about how they're going to be a star and they're doing the most and they've got like a whole garden in their hair, which again, that's whatever you want to do. Then this girl comes up and isn't screaming off camera and like making a big deal, and she just comes up and blows. She starts to sing, huge voice, has very like distinct, like deep vowels when she sings, which is a taste thing. Some people love that. Some people don't like it so much. I'm cool with it. But definitely like that big voice, Adele. There's some crazy talent this year. There's some crazy talent this year. Michaela. Woo! She is a singer.
No, 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 no way. There's no way I'm living without you.
Come on, chord.
I'm not living without you, baby. I don't wanna be free. I'm staying, baby. I'm staying, and you, you're gonna love me. No, no, baby, you're gonna love me. No.
Oh my gosh. She's a monster singer. I'll be super interested to see what she does. Johnny West, I thought he was very confident and relaxed at the piano, had a really nice tone. Dylan James, he's the actor guy that was on like Lifetime and met Dolly Parton. I think he was good. I think he's at an advantage because as an actor, he's comfortable with cameras and he's comfortable with eye lines and knowing where his quote unquote good side is and kind of how to play the camera, but also how to come across a certain way on camera. If he wants to come across as humble and nice, he has that toolbox to do that, if you understand what I'm saying. Nick Marico, pretty boy. The guy that Lionel absolutely ripped to shreds during the audition.
I don't like it. Ooh.
I don't think he quite holds up to the talent that is on stage right now. There's just too many killers. I think he is a capable singer. I think he's a great looking guy. He already has like 270,000 followers on Instagram or something like that. I mean, so the guy has stuff going for him. But for me and my taste, I don't quite think he's at the level vocally of everybody else. Kimmie Gabriella, oof. This girl, I didn't hear any tuning at all on her voice, which doesn't mean they didn't do it. It just means that they didn't need to do a lot because it was already where it needed to be. It sounded very natural. Coming right out of the gate, the falsetto stuff, crushed. Really great control. I wrote down, she has a sports car like engine for a voice. And that doesn't necessarily mean runs in theatrics. It's just like, there is a cannon under there. When she sings, it's just, she's got power for days. And just the notes that she chooses and runs and stuff, and they're not like quick runs, they're just like note placement. She's extremely good. And 17? Oh my gosh. Luke said a little busy, might be a little busy. I disagree, but I understand what he's saying. I was okay with all the notes because they were all well placed and well thought of. The note selection was nice. It wasn't just simple notes. Moving on to country. I thought there were some good singers. It's clear to me that Katy Perry is not like country because Luke was talking about somebody and was like, hey, we put a band behind her just playing and just let her sing that song. And Katy goes, she could be really cool. Which is what you say when you don't know what to say and you don't really have a positive opinion about something. She just doesn't like country. And then she was like, Luke, I think you're my only country friend. I've never spent this many hours around a country artist before. And I just feel like she doesn't like country, which is fine. I have a love-hate relationship with country myself. Doug Kiker, Trash Man. I wrote down kind of exactly what Lionel was saying. Big voice, great personality, a party, loving life, being the kind of big guy on campus in a way. I think he changed keys 3 times and he did it a cappella. I missed his audition, but I just saw Luke kind of helping him, trying to give him the first note to sing on his audition. And I'm thinking this guy's gonna really struggle with when a band comes in, he can't change keys like that. And then they let him go, which I get, I understand. I think that was the right decision. I think he's great. I think that was the right decision. Soul, moving on to soul. Sophia Wackerman. Sophia Wackerman is, I'm partial to because I actually met her before she auditioned for Idol. And she did a video harmonizing to a run that I did on Instagram. I'm never wrong. And then I ended up meeting her and then we did that run live. When I'm feeling something ain't right. She is on an entirely different level than anyone on the show. Anybody. She's on a different level. She's not just a singer, and she's one of the best singers on the show. She's also the best piano player. And she's not just a good piano player, she's a good arranger. Like, she hears chords, she hears scales over such chords, and ways to arrange music to elicit emotion, specific emotions, over specific chords and notes. She's on a different level. She's the best there is on the season. And when I heard that she auditioned for American Idol, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. She's gonna be the best. Then I watched and was like, oh, there is some unbelievable talent this season. And I don't know. We'll just have to see how she does, because there's some singers, people with crazy pipes. And then I saw her step up to the plate, take the piano, and sing. And I was like, yep, she's the best. She's on a different level. It's gonna be very hard for me to make any negative comments about her, just also because I'm biased because she's a friend and I'd met her just right before. I could see her getting into trouble, maybe doing too many runs, too many extra notes, but they're so clean. But she's a master, I wrote, master, 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 master. She's a master.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom.
Better give him a little.
Let it be.
Oh.
Let it be. Let it be.
Oh my.
There will be an answer. Let it be.
Master, 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 master. Okay, that's it for me. That's all I got. Comment and tell me what you think, and I'd love to have a discussion. Tell me if you think I missed out on some people, and tell me if you disagree with me. That's the most fun. If you disagree with me, please let me know. Like and subscribe if you want to hear more of this stuff. Otherwise, see you next time.